All right, so we're live at Island Smoothies right now for third segment actually, and I'm here with MMA fighter Mark Gray.
Yeah, how
Right?
you doing? Thanks for
How's it
having
going,
me
man?
on.
So, tell me about yourself. Like, obviously, I know you got a big fight coming up, which is
Yeah,
exciting.
May 12th, title fight at Ring of Combat.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be a great time.
Where's that at?
It is at Tropicana.
Okay,
Yeah,
Atlantic City.
starts at 8:30. I'll probably be on about 10.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, how did you get into like when did you know this is going to be your path and this is where you could kind of make a name for yourself?
Yeah. So I obviously was wrestling my whole life, and I went to Cornell, graduated from Cornell, got a job as a project manager with a big general contractor. So I was, working on high rises in Philly, and then in the Egg Harbor area, and then COVID hit. So then I was like, oh no. And I was with the startup GC at the time, so they actually let me go. So I was like watching the UFC, and I was like talking to my wife, and I was like, I definitely can out wrestle these guys. I obviously I didn't knew nothing about striking or anything, but I was like, I think I can out wrestle. And so I was like talking to my wife, and that was the biggest thing. I had to get the okay from her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I had nothing else to do at the time. I was like in between jobs, so I was like, I'm really just gonna give this a go. I hit up Frankie, got in touch with his whole team, and like the next week, I just started it. And was like, all right. I ended up at Ricardo's on Monday, and then I was at Nick Catone's on Tuesday. Signed up, ready to go.
That's awesome.
Just kind of jumped all in. That's kind of how I am.
So, are you local?
Yeah. So I originally grew up in Rockaway, New Jersey, but my wife and we live 5 minutes away, right down the road in Island Heights.
That's great, man.
Yeah. So
how do you feel about this community?
Oh, it's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
it's very tight knit. Meeting Vince, and I help out at Donovan Catholic Wrestling as well. So just very tight knit community. I love the people, and just love helping grow and expand and get everyone to hear about Island Heights and Tom's River. You know,
That's awesome. That's
good people,
awesome.
good vibe.
Great people. Like, I've never seen a community that like just cares about one another so much.
It's huge.
And they give back. You know, you have all the like we went down the list all day today, but Oceans of Love, Vet Work, A Need We Feed, Dine on Us, For the Soul, and the Field of Tom's River Field of Dreams. Like, and you just see guys like Frankie Egger, Todd Frazier. I don't know if there's many people that understand, like, Todd's out there. He donates his time, Todd Frazier, to the Field of Dreams for kids with special needs, but he also does, clinics and the Fraziers, all the Fraziers actually help out the community with baseball. And then Frankie's doing this with you.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool because they could just sit in their pads
Absolutely.
and just enjoy life.
Yeah,
they don't have to do any of this,
Nah, yeah,
So the fact that they have a passion for one, their sport, but also for their community is huge.
I think that's what it's all about. You know, it's just taking the time to give back and, help next generation or help, a great cause. That's kind of everything. Once you make your name for yourself, what do you got left to do? You want to give back. You want to keep building a community around.
It's all right. You could go through. Yeah, we'll edit you out. No, I'm just kidding. I want to talk about that first fight, right? Like, so what's going through your brain before and then after it? Like, was there any point where you're like, what did I do?
Well, the first one, so it was good because, so it was an amateur fight in Philly. It was 3 2-minute rounds. So growing up wrestling in high school, it was literally 3 2-minute rounds,
right,
or 2-minute periods. So for me, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, all right, this is not a wrestling match by any means. So you are getting in a fight. You're gonna, be throwing hands, and it was just, for me, I was just trying to keep it simple, get a takedown, and just kind of, you can't hit to the face on the ground for amateur in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
So I was like, just learning all the new rules, and just, I was like, get him down to the ground, and then I can bring him to my world. And that was kind of the biggest thing. And then as I got comfortable in the second and the third round, I let my hands go a little more and was building. But each fight, it's just all about, building and learning your skill set and just keep growing. Afterwards, I was just like, wow, it was only 6 minutes long, but it was like I was very, very tired considering it was only 6 minutes. I was like, I did not get this tired in any high school wrestling matches. I don't know why. I am exhausted right now.
Legit a car accident if you really think about it. Like, you know, I've talked to Frankie on a few occasions, and I'm always like, yo, dude, can you feel any of that?
Nah,
No, not at the time,
nah,
right?
your adrenaline's going crazy.
Yeah.
It's the shots. You take a couple. I've been very lucky enough where I haven't been, I've been hurt more sparring than like
Okay.
an actual fight. I got cut open a couple times in sparring, but in a fight, I've been cut yet at all. I've been, been able to, stay safe and, do most of the damage myself.
Mm.
So that's lucky, but you always got to be ready and just keep your hands up.
So you're
that's what I'm
not to
learning.
give your opponent any advantage, but you're mostly you enjoy the ground, like you want your guy
I'm
down there.
definitely, grappling based.
Yeah.
Anyone that watches my fights knows that. And it's
Right.
my biggest thing is, you know, it's coming, but you got to stop it. So,
Right.
when you think you're coming and you're going to stop it, then I, let my hands go. Cause I'm building confidence in my hands every week, building and working on it.
I noticed Frankie, his last match, like he was trying to cut weight. Like we saw him at a comedy event, and like he's like, I can't eat any of this stuff. And like he didn't. I'm not gonna say he looked miserable. He looked like he was getting ready for a fight.
Yeah.
You know, has that become an issue with you and with any of these fights? Have you had to change your diet or anything to try to make
no,
weight?
it's just I wrestled at 133 in college, so I fight at 135 now. So you just kind of I think it's all part of growing up.
Gotcha.
I'm married now. I got I'm living in a house. I can control my diet. I'm disciplined for the most part. So
Good.
it's more just that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just if you're doing this, you might as well buy all in and do it the right way.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice, but it's all worth it. After the fight, you can enjoy some some wings and things.
That's all I was thinking about. Like, so
get one of those fat sandwiches.
Yeah. What? Yeah. So wings and things would be your post. I'll make sure Vincent has that ready to go.
Yeah.
So, dude, that's awesome, man. So you go from just a hunch or like a hey, I think I could do this to now essentially headlining the Tropicana. That's sick, dude. Yeah. Congrats. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me. I'm around here in Island Heights. I'm down at Nicatone's MMA and Brick, or I'm at Donovan Catholic and Tom's River. That's
awesome. What about socials? You got any socials?
Yeah, at Mark Gray 135.
Mark Gray 135.
MarkGrey.
All right,
not
that's
AY.
I get. He laughed. Vincent laughed at me. I was like, "How do you spell his name?" He's like, Mike, it's literally Mark Gray. Like I can't.
Yeah, but sometimes they go Gray.
Yeah, you never know.
No,
you never know.
True.
So
yeah, that's true. It's MARK. Yeah.
I probably still got it wrong now that I'm gonna go back and look at it.
But I'm selling shirts too. I got my fight shirts out, so you can DM me on there to get them. And I also got 30 tickets left.
Okay.
30 tickets left. So DM me. Get if you got a free weekend. It's I know it's Mother's Day weekend, but start the weekend off right. Hit the blackjack table a little bit, catch a fight. And it's good. Enjoy yourselves.
What a way to enjoy a weekend.
Enjoy the weekend.
Man.
Start it off right.
So Mark Gray 135.
Yes.
Check him out on socials. Coming to a fight near you. More importantly, May 12th at the Tropicana. And you said that's a championship match, right?
Yeah, champion title fight. Yep.
Let's go, man. I hope next time I see you got some hardware.
Yeah, I'll bring the belt by for sure.
Yeah. So thank you for your time, man. I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me on. It was awesome.
And supporting this awesome business.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Thanks, brother.